Hello, my budget friends, and welcome to this budget with me for the first paycheck of October. I'm Ruth, and this is my channel, Books and Budgets. I'm glad that you have stopped by, and I hope that you'll stay with us and see how I am trying to fight the pinch of inflation and the never-ending march of bills and expenses on a teacher's budget, on a middle school teacher's budget. Anyway, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here, or welcome back. All right, first of all, let's start with the monthly calendar for October. I have filled this out, but I like to go through and use the Budget Mom's technique of highlighting the payday. I'm going to highlight this one in purple. For some reason, October is a purple month to me. I know that I see a lot of graphics for Halloween that contrast the purple and the bright orange of the pumpkins, and I love that. So my payday that I will get on September 30th will go to, some of it will be transferred to shopping, union dues, paying my mortgage, the internet bill, my gym membership, and my air conditioning contract. Lawn care. I have lawn care on here, but he did not come at the end of September, so I think I may remove this. I may change that on my budget, but I will be paying my Apple storage with this as well. So, with that done, I will be paid again on Tuesday the 15th, and I will transfer some of that money to insurance, pay union dues again, a subscription for Peacock Premium. I'll transfer money to my son for the other subscriptions that we share, things like Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN. YouTube TV, I will pay. Do Netflix. Let me make sure I move this up. I don't want to get out of the frame. I will pay for my hair appointment, which will not be until, I believe, maybe the 8th of November. But it will come out of my second half of the month, so I'll take that out in cash. Pay my life insurance and all my utility bills. I pay them at the end of the month when they are actually due at the beginning of the next month. So these that are paid at the end of October are actually the ones due for the beginning of November. Just as I paid at the end of September the ones that were due in the first half of October. So, and then we'll have one more payday, but I won't be marking any of the things that I have to pay for it just yet. I will do that in November. All right. So, I don't want to take too long. I've got a lot going on. Let's just get right to this. My October budget. I'm carrying forward my normal my $50 checking buffer, my school paycheck. I anticipate being $1,650, so I will be budgeting an income of $1,700. I transfer $25 to checking. My union dues, I budget $35. They are less than that. As I've said before, I overestimate what my income will be, and I underestimate my expenses. Did I do that right? Overestimate? Nope, I did it wrong. Let's try this. I underestimate what my income will be so that I know I'm going to make $30 to $50 more than this. I overestimate what my expenses are going to be. Therefore, I will have more money coming in and a little less going out with every single line. And therefore, I should have some kind of little cushion when I get over to here that maybe I can put an extra $5 or $10 into savings. That's the way I like to do it. Now, I've gotten started on this and I didn't zoom you in, so give me just 1 second and I will do that. All right, I'm back. Okay, to continue, my mortgage, I budget $845, and it is pretty close to that now. My internet bill, it's not just internet, it is internet and a landline. I'm one of those weird people that likes to maintain a home phone. I don't know. At the very least, it's nice to be able to give that number out when everybody who wants to sell your number and information is asking for a number, because I don't want those people calling my cell phone in the middle of a workday. So I just give them my home number and they try texting it. It's funny. My gym membership, $55. It did go up and they are charging that. My AC contract comes in, I budget $20. My Apple storage, we all know that's 99 cents. I budget $5. And this is the one that I put on here and I was planning to do, but I am not going to do. I am going to, because I still have the $30 sitting in my wallet from the end of last month. So I don't need to budget more. That means that on the fly, I'm going to have to change this. Total is $1,125, which leaves me $575 to bring down to here. Okay, I know you're getting close to being out of frame. Let me move this up. My variable spending. I budget $200 for, it's about 15 days. No, it's a little bit over 2 weeks. $200 for groceries for two of us. $75 for eating out. I've been doing better with the eating out budget than the groceries. Or actually, this last time, no, I did worse with the eating out and better with the groceries. So hopefully between the two of them, I can keep to $275. When I figure out my expenses by category at the end of the month, I count groceries and eating out together as food, but I break it down in my paycheck budget so that I can kind of keep an eye on where I am with this. Car and fuel, I'm going to budget $30. We will see how that goes. Entertainment will get its usual $20. And I think I'm going to move that $30 down here to school. I know that I have some members of the dance team who've asked me to buy a school shirt. I'm actually in need of a school shirt. I usually tell my students the first one that comes to me with something that I am considering buying, I will buy from them. And so I have a student who asked me last week. So I'm going to put aside, I think it'll only be half of this, so hopefully I'll have some left over. And then miscellaneous, I budget $25. That means this total is $380, leaving me with only $195 going into my sinking funds and savings. Okay. Sinking funds, we'll bring this $195 up here. Checking buffer is always $50. That is a must. All of this is savings, so it's not a must. The one thing I do try to hold myself to, and I've told you before, is I have a Discover Snowball. I call it a Discover Snowball. I paid off my Discover bill, which was probably the last of my debt, last March or February. But I like to try and keep that payment and that wiggle room in my budget. And the only way I know to do it reliably is to put it into savings and consider that almost separate from the savings up there. This is more sacred, more untouchable. So I paid $75 a month towards my Discover. So now I'm putting $50 into home maintenance and $25 into emergency. And that is my only thing going into my emergency fund. I have funded at least my starter emergency fund. $1,000 was not something I was comfortable with. And I already had money in savings. So I funded this at $5,000. And now I'm trying to fund other sinking funds, but I just can't get away from wanting to put something into emergency. So once a month, I think I'm going to try putting $25. I used to put a few little things in here, a few dollars, but I think I like it in those $25 increments. Just somehow has an order to it instead of little bits. So once I pay the $50 here and the $75 there, that's $125. It leaves me $70 to put into these savings or sinking funds. I'm going to put an additional $30 in home maintenance, and these four will all get $10. I'm not going to put anything in medical. I'm not going to plan to put anything in medical, but I did want to include it here because I think I've figured out a way that I'm going to start tracking the money that I get from my supplemental cancer insurance when it comes in, and how I can then consider it. I can fund it through here, and then I can put it in as income, into a sinking fund, and then I can put it in as income to pay my bills. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'll let you know. It'll be in one of my my actual budgets where I show you how I've spent my money. So added all together, all of these sinking funds come to 120, which leaves me 75. With that 75, I bring it down here, put that money into sinking funds, and that brings me to a zero-based budget. Just one moment, and I will zoom you back out. All right, so this is my plan for October. I would love to find a couple of places to do a little supplemental income. Last year, I tutored after school, and I may have missed out. I think enough people may have volunteered to tutor this year that they may not need me, although I may still offer to be a substitute. But I was also concerned that the hourly rate that they pay for school tutoring has been the same for like 18 years. And now all of our salaries have gone up, and they're really paying well below teacher rates. And in the summer work, that went up, that hourly rate went up. I kind of have a strong feeling that the tutoring rate should go up too. So I was holding out until I found out more about what they're doing to equalize that. And I may have held out too long. That's fine. Maybe I need to find some other way to pick up some money. Anyway, what I have is sufficient for my needs at this time. It doesn't grow my savings as fast as I would like it, but it is sufficient for my needs at this time. And believe me, I know that that makes me very lucky. So this is my budget with me for the first half of October. I will be back with you fairly soon with a budget, what do I call them? A budget recap of the last part of September, and also a closeout and a show. I always do a where did my money go for the entire month, and I'll put that in with it too. I have to reconcile a few things because I don't think I have bought my yearbook, which I budgeted for and haven't done yet. So that will be coming up next. Anyway, I have dinner to get on and grading to do, as any teacher will tell you. But I'm so glad that you stopped by and took a few moments to check out how I like to do my budget and my plan before the month of October gets going. If there's anything you'd like to see with the budgeting, or any suggestions you have on what I should film, or anything I can explain about my budgeting, please drop me a comment right below here. And if you're so inclined, hit that thumbs up and like my video, or consider subscribing. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. I'll see you soon. Bye.